Our next guest has some really cool products, concepts. It's a group of all sorts of wireless charging folks that do some really unique things now. It's all a single purpose, worldwide compatibility of all wireless chargers and wireless power sources. Now we got your attention. We get a lot of calls from our audience on a regular basis. Hey, what's the latest in wireless? I've got a charger I can put my phone on, but I want more. I need more. The chair of the Kitchen Work Group, yeah, we're talking about kitchen appliances even, from the Wireless Power Consortium is Hans Kablau. Hans, welcome into Tomorrow. How are you, sir?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, and it's a pleasure to have you. We noticed one of my producers, Lisa, was wandering around the IFA Next area and said a lot of people are gathered around wanting information from your exhibit. First of all, tell me about the consortium.
Yes, the Wireless Power Consortium is a group of a voluntary group of companies.
Mm-hmm.
We have about 600 member companies right now.
Wow.
We started off more than 10 years ago with only 8 or 9 companies, and it's grown tremendously ever since.
I can imagine. And of course, part of the wireless stuff that we talk about, and in the U.S. we've always said QI, because you see a Q and an I, but we understand. I only just learned now. We've been doing the show 24 years, and guess what? We've been saying QI chargers wrong all this time, and it has everyone else in North America, but it's pronounced Chi.
That's right, Chi.
But you don't say Chi even, you just say Chi?
Yes.
And why is that?
Yeah, Chi is actually the pronunciation comes from Chinese, meaning energy or vital energy.
So QI isn't something like quick induction or something where everybody guesses, but that's wrong.
No, it's wrong. Yeah. So it's an association with energy.
Okay, so it's about energy. Remind me, Chris, back in the studio in Miami, we better start saying Chi, but we have to explain it. In other words, QI, because that's what everybody knows. Most of our audience knows that. But it's a Chinese term for energy, basically.
That's right.
And what you're doing now is providing the Chi, parentheses QI. I have to say that because I don't want people to say, oh, I don't have Chi. Yeah, you do. So even this little charger for my phone, this is, even though when they say QI on them, this is Chi.
It's a Chi charger.
The Chi charger for my phone. Yeah. So awesome.
We call it Chi wireless charging.
Chi wireless charging. Yes. But I'm sure this is the first time you heard QI instead of Chi, right? I mean, many people say QI? Or here in Europe, they have it right all along?
I've heard it a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
But I've also heard other pronunciations. But
oh, okay. Yeah, I guess some people might try to actually think it's a word otherwise in English, Kai or something, whatever. Chi. That's what we have to remember. Don't let me forget that, Chris. You're in charge. Now, you bring it to this next level because you're the chairman of the Kitchen Work Group. So you're doing it with kitchen appliances. Let's talk about a couple of things that you're showing here at IFA that are pretty cool, and there's no cables, there's no plugs.
Okay, first about the next level. It'll be in parallel to Chi, so it is not going to replace Chi or anything. Good. It's a completely separate system aimed at the separate ecosystem of appliances and power sources that power these appliances.
Okay, so how is it then that something like an appliance does not have to be plugged in?
Yeah, it's...
and it's not batteries either. I mean, it's not running on AA batteries or something.
Yeah. It's all induction, good old induction. It's the same induction that has powered your toothbrush for years. And also the same induction that is increasingly popular for cooking.
Okay, wow.
So it's about coils generating magnetic field.
So there's coils at the bottom, I'm guessing, at the base of these appliances. We've got a blender and a juicer and many other things. Okay, let me hold this up to the camera so Chris can see the coils. Now that's a lot of coils there, but instead of having to plug it into an electric outlet, it's just coils at the bottom of this juicer.
That's right.
And the same thing with the much bigger...
it's a little bit less visible here. But
yeah. And then what you do, tell me if I'm correct, from what our producer told me, you would have embedded in a countertop the coil underneath, the Chi charging mechanism.
Yeah, with the group of companies in the Wireless Power Consortium, we have come to agreement on the specification of an inductive transmitter that can be hidden under a table or under a countertop, works up to 3-4 centimeters thickness, and that will power these appliances.
Nice. So you have to just simply position it over the induction coil area.
A designated spot.
Yeah.
you hide it in its place, you slide it in its place,
And all of a sudden the
and then
juicer is juicing.
it lights up, it
Yeah.
comes to life, and it's powered.
Love it. Are these things available now? Or is this into tomorrow products?
These are into tomorrow products.
Okay.
And here at IFA we proudly announced the name and logo associated with this program. The logo is a little bit different.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look like the typical Qi logo. I have to say QI, but there's kind of an I there, and you keep saying induction. It makes me want to say that's what the I is for. But you say, let me turn a little bit more for the camera. There you go. No doubt Philips, since these are both Philips products, is probably one of the companies at the forefront of working with you on this.
Philips is one of the proposing companies of this concept. And I myself have been an employee of Philips, and I run or chair the kitchen work group.
Awesome.
And share the standardization effort.
Now, is this going to drive up the cost of these sorts of appliances? Initially we talked for 24 years on the air covering consumer tech. Yeah, if you're an early adopter, you pay a little more generally. But in the long run, obviously, when the consortium has all the other companies convinced this is the way to go, this is into tomorrow, then of course cost stabilize. Is there any idea how much more expense might be involved initially on some of these products?
We've done we realize in the consortium that the appliance industry is a cost-sensitive industry, and there's some, of course, high, premium appliances, but also very low-cost appliances. So we keep the additional cost for appliances to a minimum.
Good.
So
good. And what appliances can be included? Is it pretty much anything we'd use in the kitchen? I mean, you could a can opener, a toaster. We have a juicer and a blender here. What other products would we use?
So virtually, from a power level perspective, we go all the way up to 2,200 watts.
Wow!
And that will bring bring to small motor appliances, larger blenders, but also heating appliances, rice cookers, even cookware like for grilling or heating. These could all be included. There's one exception though, that is with handheld appliances. Obviously, because the induction goes...
that's true. If you're moving it with your hand, you're not staying connected in that sense to the induction power.
Yeah. So if we make handheld appliances wireless, we still need batteries.
Sure.
And then they need to be charged.
But I'm imagining in my own kitchen how convenient this will be when it's available to us as consumers. You just simply line up your appliances and then you pull the one over the area that you need to use and then put it back.
I can tell you, having used these prototypes in our booth and handled these cordless appliances, is just so simple. It's so natural to take out appliances and don't worry about the power cord.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit that we hear also from people that use Qi wireless charging. There was no problem with plugging in, but once you've used the wireless power, you don't never want to get back.
I can imagine that. And if you joined us shortly after the introduction of Hans, Qi is what we have known up until now. We're going to do it right from now on, I promise. Yeah. We have known it as QI. Now people watching and listening are going, I've got that, for my phone and my tablet and my smartwatch, but it'll be embedded in our kitchens as well, on the countertops, and of course other places too. I know the consortium, you happen to be the chair of the kitchen work group, but there are so many other opportunities where they're already embedding Qi into furniture and desktops and tabletops and things of that sort. So we can see more of that into tomorrow as well.
That's right. That will continue to grow.
Terrific.
Yeah. But this is the birth of our new baby. It's called Qi Cordless Kitchen.
Qi Cordless Kitchen. Yes. Very cool. Thank you for spending a few minutes with us, and continued good luck with this. I hope you get all of the companies involved and on board with it.
Yes, thank you, sir.
All righty. We're back with more as Into Tomorrow continues, but I want to remind you, you can visit Wireless Power Consortium.com. I think they win the award for the longest URL on the show, at least today, but that's exactly what they do, Wireless Power Consortium.com. We'll link you there, too, when you hit us up at IntoTomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. We continue with much more from Berlin, Germany, more very cool products and technologies to choose from and to share with you here on the Advanced Media Network. Don't go away and don't miss a minute of our 3 weeks worth of coverage.